Hey Aries, welcome to April 2020. I figured this is the best time to get back on YouTube, and I'm a little nervous, so I'm excited to be tapping into your guys' energy because I love Aries energy. You guys are so confident, so direct. Speaking of which, let's get started. This is your reading for April 2020, and the first two cards that pop out are what your subconscious wants you to know right off the bat. One of them is face down, one of them is face up. Face down one is the Hierophant card. So the face down one is what is in your subconscious, waiting to just come to the surface level, waiting for you to just tap into it. And that is that you've been forced to conform right now. You've been really trying to feel, out of your element, out of your box, but you've been really boxed in. I don't know if you guys are in isolation right now or just doing some social distancing, but you're feeling very forced to conform to what's going on, to kind of feed into the panic. And this is a struggle for Aries because you guys are natural leaders. So while everybody else is saying, well, this is how you should be feeling, this is how you should be acting, you're like, well, wait, nobody tells me what to do. Nobody puts me in a corner. So that is really creating a power imbalance. And this is how it's manifesting. So on the surface, you feel like you're really juggling right now. Where is your power coming from, aka your money? Where is your sense of security coming from? But at the end of the day, what is really beneath the surface areas is that you're being forced to conform. And you don't have to do this, right? You can decide, I'm turning off the news, I'm staying in my bubble, and in my bubble, I'm, gonna start a new exercise regime, or I'm gonna just stay in bed today. You are now finally your own boss when it comes to your day-to-day. You don't have to still listen to the outside chatter. You can start your own innovations, your own inventions within your four walls, and you don't have to conform to what everybody on the outside is saying you should be feeling or should be doing right now, especially because it's your birthday. Like, live it up a little bit. So that's what your subconscious wants you to know off the bat. But this reading is about judgment. So a lot of the times when it comes to judgment, Aries, I do find Aries can be judgmental, but it's not a bad thing. Like when you think about what a judgment is, right? Like a judgment, when you think about a judge has all the knowledge that they need. They have all the experience. They have the precedence in order to create that judgment and decide what is fair and best for the greater good, right? What decision to make going forward. So when it comes to judgment, although you kind of shy away from that term and just feel like, I'm not judgmental, I'm not going to own that energy, you actually should just 100% own it and say, yeah, I am judgmental because I have enough experience and knowledge and history where I can make that sound judgment that ends up benefiting everybody around me. So when it comes to judgment, majority of it is coming from the self. You're feeling like you're constantly being judged by other people, and that really is coming from your own self-judgment and how much pressure you put on yourself to kind of be this energy, which is positive, optimistic, bright, sunny. But, you're probably feeling like how the rest of us are feeling, which is very vulnerable and scared. And that goes against your Aries energy, which is all about being that fierce warrior, that fighter. But of course, you're not feeling like that subconsciously. It's just, it doesn't line up with the state of the world right now. So the obstacle and the aid when it comes to your judgment, Aries, is this masculine fire sign. See, I want to say Aries as well. Another Aries or a Leo or a Sagittarius. This is masculine energy, and there's something about this other fire sign where you're getting the judgment from. Like, why is this fire sign judging you so much? And you have to look at them and realize, okay, we're the same modality. We're the same. We're both fire signs, which means that we're both impulsive. We're both blunt. We're both brutally honest, whether or not we vocalize it or internalize it. We're both, warriors. We're both ringleaders. We're both innovators and very independent. So what is it about this King of Wands, this masculine fire sign, where you feel like you need to be judged by them, but you also resent the judgment? So if it's a parent figure or a sibling, like an older sibling, that could be what it is. But essentially this fire sign is the obstacle and the aid to the judgment. So you kind of have to judge this fire sign in order to realize how you judge yourself, and then kind of let yourself and this fire sign off the hook. Subconsciously, we have the 10 of Wands, which is all about overburden of responsibility. So It's funny, you're working so much harder now, taking on all these responsibilities. It is just a healthy distraction. It is just like, okay, let me just do as much as I can with the time that I'm given right now. But it's draining you, and you're thinking only about this young Earth sign, this young Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, like really thinking about this young Earth sign, and realizing that the judgment that this fire sign is putting on you to stay positive through it all. At the end of the day, all you're thinking about is this Earth sign that needs foundation, that you need to be responsible for, that you need to work hard for, to make sure that they feel stable with everything that's going on in their life right now. This person has very immature energy, and they're very focused on the foundational world, on money, on, tangibility, on their senses. They need that support through tangible things, and that's where that overburden of responsibility and that feeling of having to be really positive and optimistic during this crazy time is coming in. You're only thinking about this Knight of Pentacles. The energy that you're bringing to your life right now is the Four of Swords, which is all about rest and relaxation. So that is where there's kind of a little bit of a struggle, because right now, if you are on isolation, it's like you get up in the morning, it's like you're so used to having to start your day, but now your day consists of moving from the bedroom to the living room and, from the bed to the couch. If you are working from home, or still going into work, hopefully you are able to still burn off that energy. But essentially you're at a state of rest right now, and it's bringing up feelings of guilt because you feel like you have to be moving and exerting energy at all times. So it's feeling really uncomfortable for you. You're starting to get really stir crazy. Your family and friends, there's a young fire sign in your family and friendships as well that you can really tap into their energy. So unlike the masculine fire sign, they're not judging you as harshly, but they're also going stir crazy. So it's almost like you have to come up with innovative ways to exert your energy in order to show them how to exert their energy in a positive way. So even just saying, hey, let's get on a Skype call together and do some exercise workouts, or let's get on a Skype call together and, go into our garage and kick the ball around. But you need to kind of communicate and connect with this young fire sign in your family and friends in order to remember what it's like to exert that energy and to be that independent leader that you are. Hope and fear, Aries, is giving too much, being charitable, giving to your family and friends, giving, like pouring money out. You wish that you could do that because that is kind of like your protective energy where you want to take care of the people that you care about. But right now there's just too much fear when it comes to the power that you do have and the money that you do have, where you are worried about spending anything. So you hope for it, but you fear it as well, which is totally understandable. And that leads back to the judgment, because you've always been the one that is able to kind of take care here, or here mom, here dad, here whatever, whether it's actually financial obligations or if it's just spending your power and time and energy. Everything has been halted. So you do have a little bit of fear there when it comes to giving, but you still wish that you could be as charitable as you've always been. Okay, Aries, the outcome of your next month, your birthday month for April 2020, there is a female fire sign. So a female Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius that is connected to this young earth sign. And together they're going to be forcing you to hoard. Like you're not going to be able to give as freely and to spend as freely as you've always been doing. And that is going to create a lot of internal judgment. You're going to feel like you have to work that much harder in order to not be judged by how much you put out. So you've always been the one to put out constantly. That's what gave you life. That's what made you happy, to be able to protect and provide for the people that you care about. But now with the shift of things where you have to hoard a little bit more and you're kind of a little bit more fearful of putting that money out, the two people that are affected the most by it are this Queen of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. And the King of Wands is just having that judgmental energy where it's like, hey, don't worry, you spend, or you should be, or what about us? And it's like, well, at this point, it is kind of every man for themselves, right? So you're overburdened with responsibilities. You're still working so hard, trying to conform essentially just to find some balance and some peace and some sense of security in your life. And that is going to cause you to really start hoarding your resources, which there's no shame in that. Do what you need to do to survive. We're all just trying to do what we need to do to survive, and don't allow the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Wands to guilt you into over giving more than you feel comfortable with given the state of affairs. Love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing birthday, and I will see you. I'm hoping to be, like, I'm due any day now, dear God. I'm definitely hoping to be active on YouTube once again. Love you guys so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Oh, and as always, if you want a personalized reading, just send me an email. I'm beyondyoursunsign@gmail.com, or you can go to beyondyoursunsign.com and book a reading through there. Love you guys. Bye.